No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Inter Milan head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. And the action is back on the way. Akanji. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Mbappe. It's Vinicius Junior. And it's Tchouaméni. Looking to play him in. Bellingham in acres of space out wide. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Bastoni takes control of it and he's on the move. Knocks it into space. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Out of play for a throw. And it's Çalhanoğlu. He's gone for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. He's having a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Rudiger can get it clear. Tries to pass it through. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Çalhanoğlu taking charge of the dead ball. Looking to widen the gap even further here. It's their second corner of the game. Rudiger getting this one clear. Çalhanoğlu plays it in. Shapes to shoot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. And he's been shifted off it. And he welcomes it in. And he's in, and the shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! They've done it! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Inter Milan needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Oh, that's well spotted. Barella. That has been slung wide. Martinez receives it in a good position here. And the finish! Oh, he's really drilled it. So, third corner of the game. Luis Enrique! Chooses to go. Decent chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now, can they get him away? He's picked his way through, and he was alert to it. Luis Enrique. Zielinski. That has been cut short. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well read, nice interception.
Inter really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. He is through here! And that is expertly dealt with. He's had a shot! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Somewhat off target. He's tried one! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And now a sudden chance to counter. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Rudiger cuts it out. Now this could be a chance. He has a look up. Corner then.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Tries to get it clear. Valverde. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Tura. Elects to bullish header!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. This looks promising. Tura. And a shot! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Inter Milan take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Dumfries. So what can they make of this? Well, nicely intercepted. And here's Vinicius Junior. He's being urged to shoot. And here's Vinicius Junior! And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. Inter Milan proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. Thuram voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And claimed it back swiftly. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, the contributions made by Barella, I think, will be key here, Peter. He loves to take up that right half space, we know that. But while he may not necessarily have the final pass or the assist for a goal, he'll have been involved in the move somewhere along the line. He's that kind of player. He's always there or thereabouts. And he's the kind of fella...
Oh no, what has happened here? And he's found a way past, and the shot! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Inter Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't... Thuram! Loose ball now, and there's a... Oh, what has happened here? Mbappe could move up a gear here. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, sweet feet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Thuram.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Looking to play him in. Always onto this. Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side. Whatever happens, that's the kind of...
And the shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Mbappe. And he's managed to get free. He's in a great position here. Goes for a shot! Thuram. Martinez. That has ended up in no man's land. Luis Enrique. Good ball, good take. He's through and all alone! Oh, that's a super piece of goalkeeping.
Ah, Peter, that's as decisive as it comes. The keeper got everything right in that instance.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Bellingham. Mbappe.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Eder Militao gets across to intercept that. That has been slung wide. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Thuram. DiMarco gets into some space. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Valverde. Well timed, excellent interception. And he's forced to go back. Mbappe pinches it off him.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Barella. And that is expertly dealt with.
Inter truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Tries to pass it through. Luis Enrique. Now it's Tura. Now it's Martinez. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous. And the finish! And that has fair fizzed. Now it's Bellingham. Mbappe. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, super find. Now this could be a chance. And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So off we go once more.
Inter really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Camavinga. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Bellingham. Luis Enrique. Inter Milan are looking to break at pace. Zielinski has it out wide and in space. He rises! Didn't quite get enough on that.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And he's searching through. Oh, that's well spotted. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just...
Chance, surely! It's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Inter Milan grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Carvajal.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Oh, it's come loose. And he's in on goal. And a chance! No mistake! And again they hit the front. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
And now he has two. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. 60 minutes played.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He's had it taken off him.
Thuram really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he decides to cross it. The most accurate pass. Tries to play it through. Thuram. Tchouameni does well to get it back. Now it's Mbappe. Nice sequence of passes, this. And here's Mbappe. Luis Enrique. Di Marco. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, just skips past his man. Ah, he's given it away. And he's got the beating of his man. Shoots! And it's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
En el minuto
And
73.
that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional.
Inter really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Rudiger calmly anticipates. Bellingham, he's onto this. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's shifting, takes a shot! Well, that is remarkable.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. He's got away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That has not gone well. Big chance! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet. Inter can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
He's on it, can he get away? And they're quick to get it back. Backward it goes. Bellingham. And it's made its way to him. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And there goes the final whistle. They are pumped, boy they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Thuram taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. We have already started here. No, that was never going to make it. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, he may be a player who we still haven't worked out what his best position is, but I still think that this fella, Kai Havertz's role, will be quite big. He initially played a little deeper before he arrived in England, but once he came to England, he tended to be played as a centre-forward, and it made it difficult for him. I mean, he wasn't attuned to that position, but now he's grown into it, and things are beginning to work.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Tries to pass it through. Oh, no joy this time. Calafiori chasing after it. And here's Thuram. Thuram! Saka. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
First quarter of an hour gone. Out of play for a throw. Bastoni. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. This looks promising. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That ball looks a good one. Now it's Trossard. Looking to go deep. It's a mighty effort! Zielinski. Now it's Thuram. And the counter is on. Timber gets over and intercepts. Çalhanoğlu. That's a lovely, neat pass. Gabriel spots it and intercepts. Rice. Havertz. He might be in. He's having a shot! Goal! Arsenal! There was to be only one outcome.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Nice control. Rice.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Calafiori. And here's Trossard. Gets a good foot in there. Akanji did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's shifting through the... He rises! Oh, it's hit the post! Rice. Oh, they can break here. Trossard. Oh, well measured. Great chance! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly.
Martinez! kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there.
Decent chance! Really well taken goal. Just one goal in it now. Game on! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
DiMarco. He has found the way through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Havertz. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And that's put paid to a promising move. And he's whipped it across. Havertz, played out to the left flank. He's picked his way through. Closing in on goal. And that is expertly dealt with. And that has not gone well. And the first half is done. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance.
Chance! Top class from Turan! A finish of true class! Inter are back in business. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
We have ourselves a real game here. Header! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Barella, it's not an especially good pass, that. Tries to play it through. Now that's well seen too. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Nicely weighted ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Havertz receives it in a good position here. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Bastoni makes the interception.
Inter have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Zielinski. Luis Enrique. Gabriel cuts out the pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Pass somewhat off target. And he's in on goal. Well read, and the danger is averted. DiMarco, not the most accurate pass. And claimed it back swiftly. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. A header! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Saliba does well to get it back. And that is as far as they're going to go. And it's Timber. That's good play. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Martinez gets into a good position. Calafiori. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Arsenal disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Now it's Thuram. It's a pretty loose pass. Rice. Great vision. Now Trossard. Half an hour gone in the second half. And here's Lautaro Martinez. DiMarco. And he's managed to get free. And it's played into the middle. Luis Enrique has fallen kindly here. Goal! Inter! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 7.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Numero 11.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Arsenal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Darmian. Oh, what a mistake! The ball has bounced loose now. Darmian goes for a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. That's really well manoeuvred. Over to the left. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. He gets big. They've done it! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
That has ended up in no man's land. Akanji gets over and intercepts. Saka.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Saka. He is through here. And the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Zubimendi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
All hands on deck for this one. So nearly the total turnaround. They simply ran out of time. It has ended all square. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Thuram voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Inter certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one.
Chance!
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Well-timed, excellent interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Really well played.
Played in deep. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Elects to cross.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that's definitely not his best. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, a player I've been looking at for quite a while now, Peter, is this guy, Bastoni. He's always impressed me with the way he's gone about his game. He's physically dominant, he's very intelligent in his reading of the game and his positioning, and he's also now very confident in his possession and what he can deliver up the pitch.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Quarter of an hour played. And he's surging through. Barella. Inter Milan, yet to have an attempt on goal. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Barella, and they can counter here. Now it's Di Marco. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he get on the end of this? Turan. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Arsenal upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Pinches it off him. Zielinski. This is promising. Zielinski! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
He can run onto that. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Barella. That's the throw. Oh, good steal. He just read it. Thuram. Spread neatly. It's come to nothing. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Raya gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Havertz. Rice. Havertz. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. And it's Zielinski. Çalhanoğlu defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's in a great position here. Trossard. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Barella. Now there's a shapes to shoot! And that is expertly dealt with. That has ended up in no man's land. Always onto this. Up he goes! He's delivered all right!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
A 1-0 lead takes a shot! Oh, just wide.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And it's Subimendi. Oh, what has happened here? And the shot! Sticks it away! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yes.
And the first 45 minutes are up. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Arsenal get the second half started.
Inter clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
He's picked his way through. That is good strength. Barella, a good-looking ball. Now Martinez. DiMarco, he's away. Trossard.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh no, that was never going to make it. Luis Enrique. That'll be a throw. Looking for the run. Timber. Played out towards the right wing. Threads one in. Now then, the ball's come loose. Referee's given a throw. Timber gets into a good position. He won't be happy with that one. Timber. Bisek kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to...
A header! Oh, the ball's run loose here. In by DiMarco. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Spread it left. Now it's DiMarco. Oh, that was vital. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Bisek. Can he get it through? Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Great vision. And that pass just didn't quite work. DiMarco. And it's played in here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now that looks a decent ball. Zielinski, Inter Milan are looking to break at pace. Barella. Saka. Opportunity for Arsenal to break. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 32, numero 7, numero 20, numero 23. Lasciano il campo per il numero 36.
Can they get him away? Darmian gets across to intercept that. Martinez. Timber spots it and intercepts. Tries to play it through. It's a promising position. He has found the way through. And it's played into the middle. Inter Milan, perhaps contemplating their next change here. Now it's Saka. Zubimendi receives it in a good position here.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That'll be a throw-in.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 11. Viene sostituito con il
It's a
numero
poor throw
2.
that, picked off with relative ease. Zubimendi wins the duel this time. And here's the chance to counter. Rice has got himself a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Played in.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He is through here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Knocks it into space. That has been cut short. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Gabriel cuts it out. Rice. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Sommer claims it. Safe hands. And that will be the final act. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.